Good morning, everybody. I am just going to wait a minute for a few people to join in and then I will start. I hope you're all doing well though, enjoying the warmer weather, and I hope you're staying hydrated. And I've been drinking lots of water as much as I can, sipping. I've been using this method now of just sipping water instead of drinking lots of glasses of water, which seems to keep me more hydrated. So just giving you a little tip there as well. Just keep sipping through the day, keep yourself hydrated. And so I'm going to start now. There's a few people joining in. Thank you for coming. So what I'm going to talk about today is how to feel the love. And I think we talk about self-love so much. Like, I think it's a word that is used a lot. You probably see it a lot on Instagram being used, and we can talk about it, but we need to be able to feel it. And feeling it can be sporadic. You might not feel it all the time. You might not feel it at all. You might be listening to all these self-love Sunday sessions that I'm doing. Hi Mira, thanks for joining in. Hi Uma as well. So just to let you know, I'm talking about how to feel the love today. And like I said, like, we can talk about love so much, we can talk about self-love so much, but we actually need to be able to feel it. And like I said, we might not feel it all the time, but we want to be able to know how to access it, right? And I think for some of us, we may have never felt it. We may have never felt a sense of self-love for ourselves. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is that it's really important that we understand how to feel the dark first, and how to be able to feel the pain. If we don't feel the dark, heavy energies first, then we cannot access the love. Morning. Yes, we cannot access the love, right? So you have to be able to go through the pain to get to the love. And so it's about holding space for that pain. And you can do that in many different ways. So again, you can come onto your yoga mat and you might feel it in your body. You might feel the pain just in your body. You might feel the heartache in your heart. I've talked about this many times. I've often come onto my yoga mat and, I don't even know why, I will just start to cry, and there'll just be heaviness that comes through me and comes out of me. I might just feel it into the pain in my hip, or I might be carrying like the heaviness and the load on my shoulders, and it might be a sense of release there. And I also want to say that, like, the heaviness and the pain could be something that we have just lived with our whole life. We could have been born with it. Like, karmically, we might have had some heaviness and pain that has come from a past life. And I believe in past lives, and I think we do carry certain lessons into this life. So it could be something that we've lived with our whole life, and we might have felt this as like a heaviness, like just a heaviness over our head, heaviness on our shoulders that we've been carrying around with us. So your yoga practice and your meditation practice is going to be a great way to start to create a safe space to witness the pain, to feel the pain, to start to move through it. Other practices that you can do, and I'm looking to the side because I'm looking at my notes, but other practices you can do are journaling. Journaling's a really good way to just release like how you're feeling. Start your journaling with I feel ... and start to write down exactly how you're feeling. And then that way you can start to bring it up, bring it to the light. So bring the pain up to the light. This is such an act of love for yourself, actually, when you can actually start to witness the pain and the darkness and the heartache and the heaviness, to bring it up to the light. You can also do it with counselling. And so the form of counselling that I do is person-centered counselling. And I think this is actually a really good form of counselling, because there's lots of different variations of counselling and therapy. And in some forms, if the other person gives you advice. With person-centered, the other person doesn't give you advice. They are just act as like a mirror to reflect like what you're feeling and what you're thinking. So if you talk about, the pain, the heartache, and you bring it up and they reflect it back at you, you can just start to see it in a different way. You can perhaps even start to see it with a sense of love and compassion. which is, again, is that path towards self-love. And again, it's so beautiful to be able to do this with your heartache and your pain. And the other day, so many of you might have seen on my Instagram, I taught a yoga class at the Adorned Narratives pop-up. And in this space, we did a yoga class to begin with, which was such a beautiful class. Like, I really enjoyed teaching it. And I think the group energy kind of led the class, and it was very slow, taking deep breaths, really feeling into the body and releasing. So releasing any heaviness. And then we did a sharing circle. So sharing circles are another way to be able to find a safe space, to be heard, to be seen, to be valued, and for you to bring to light, you know, whatever it might be that you're feeling. And again, if it's feeling heavy, or if it's feeling intense, you can know that it will be held in that space. Like, I'm putting my hands together because I feel like that's what it was. We were held in that space. So sharing circles are another way to like feel the pain. And then you might also then want to turn to your spirituality and prayer. Like, I pray a lot, where you can actually just connect to God, goddesses, and just ask for like a divine interaction to really heal your pain and to heal the heaviness, and to like sit with it. And, you know, there's been moments where I've sat with my, you know, like I have like a space with like pictures of Indian deities and gods, and I just sit there, and sometimes tears come to my eyes, and it just releases and it frees my heart up so much. And I think we can turn to our spiritual practices. So whatever your spiritual practice is, you can turn to that space as well, and know that there's so much love and compassion there. And so, yeah, so like I said, you have to move through your dark and find your tools that work for you to work with that pain and move through the pain, and move through the pain that is a way that you can do it, right? That feels comfortable and right for you. So we need to acknowledge and feel the heaviness, the pain, the discomfort, the heartache, whatever it is that we're experiencing, the sadness, the loneliness. Loneliness is such a big thing as well. It could be that as well. Whatever it is, we need to feel it. So feel it in the body. You might feel it as physical sensations. And then you must release it. We can't sit with it. So the release comes, and it comes very naturally. So it could be through the tears, you know, tears coming out of your eyes and just feeling that release. It could be when you exhale and you work through your yoga practice and your breathing exercises and the pranayama, and you do that, the breath work, right? You know, that word is really popular at the moment, the breath work. Like, do the work and do that exhale and really release it. And check in with your breath. Like, are you actually exhaling fully? Because sometimes we don't even realize that we're holding our breath. We're holding our breath all the time. And perhaps this will do it now, actually. Let's take our hands onto our chest and just allow your eyes to close. And take a moment to take your awareness and attention towards your breath, and just notice your inhalation and your exhalation. And I just invite you here now to just take a long, slow, deep breath in through the nose. And then to fully sigh the breath out of the mouth. Really exhale it out completely. And then again, breathing deeply in. Fill the lungs up. And then exhale, sigh the breath out completely, all the way down to the end. Release it fully. One more slow, deep breath in. And then exhale and let it go. Sigh it out all the way. Let it go. Can you let it go a little bit more? And then just allow your breath to return back to its own natural pattern. And slowly now opening your eyes as you return back into this session. So make sure you're really working with the release, okay? We must release that heaviness, right? And if you feel like you're not releasing it and you don't know why and you don't know how, just give it space and time. Just give it your awareness that, okay, I'm not releasing. set the intention to the universe that I want to release this. I want to release this heaviness that's in my heart so that I can feel love for myself. And thereafter, like once you've worked with the heaviness and the pain, then you're more open and receptive to feel the empathy, the compassion, and the love for yourself. We really just need to go through that darkness to get to the light. And there's actually a really good book that I read a while back. It's called The Dark Side of the Light Chasers, which is a really nice book to understand this concept. And then when you get into this space where you can feel love and compassion for yourself, like ways in which you might feel it. So I'll just tell you from my experience how I've felt it. So sometimes when I've been journaling, I will journal like, I feel ... all of this has happened, express all my emotions and feelings in my journal. And then they'll come to a point where I then start to journal in the third person. So it'll be, Jaina, you're doing so amazing, you're doing really well, you can get through this. It's like a different voice, and it's like such a loving and kind voice. And I definitely think it's something, you know, beyond me, a connection to my goddesses, my spirit guides, and I feel like they're just coming through me to give me that support, that love, that connection. And so you might want to try it as well. So just start writing in the third person and see what comes up for you. And then the other way that I feel like I feel connected to it is when I meditate. I will kind of work through sort of my yoga practice, my breathing exercise, and then I come to sit in meditation. I'll sit with the third eye space. I'll connect to the third eye space and connect to sort of this intuition and higher guidance. And then from there, I'll move up right into the top of the head where the crown chakra is. And the crown chakra is your connection up to the divine, to the goddesses. Like that's where you're going to connect. And it's at that point where it's almost like how I was in the journaling, where I'm in the third person. It's like something else is coming through me, a voice. And again, it's just like really pro Jaina, like really like, you're doing well, keep going, we're really proud of you. And it feels like there's more than one. I feel like I have like a support of angels up there, like supporting me. And I feel like when you can connect to your crown chakra, it's beautiful. But in order to connect to your crown chakra, before you guys will start meditating and going up there, you have to make sure that you're very grounded and connected to your body. And that's a whole other topic for another day, which I can talk about if you're interested. But we must be grounded in ourselves to be able to be open and receptive to those energies that are beyond us. And then once you've done this, and once you've felt like you have started to connect to a place of self-love, even if you don't feel the love like all the time, like you might not feel it every single day, but if you started to connect to it and you start to feel a sense of love for yourself and you feel like things are shifting, your energy's shifting, you're vibrating at a higher energy, you're starting to draw people into your life that are perhaps people that you want to be around and want to feel connected to, people who get you and understand you, then it's really important that you protect yourself. Like, if you are doing the inner work, and I think anybody who's watching this is going to be doing the inner work, they're going to be working on themselves, which is what we're all here to do. We're all here for our souls to grow, and we're all here to do the inner work. That's our job. That's our purpose, right? So when you've started to do that, you must protect yourself. You must protect your energy, and don't put yourself into spaces or places where you don't feel a sense of love and belonging. Like, it's just going to pull you back down into those lower energies, and you want to keep vibrating at that high energy. So you need to practice a bit of tough love here now. And this is where you have to put your boundaries in, you know, with great love and respect. You just have to say no. Sometimes put your boundaries in, take a step back. And there's a quote that I wanted to read to you. It's from Maya Angelou. And the quote is, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So I'll repeat that again, actually. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So if you've been in a space and you've been around people where you felt good, that's like an indicator and a sign that those are your people, right? If you've been in a space and you haven't felt good and you've gone and dropped into like self-loathing, low sense of self-worth, and just generally not feeling good about yourself, then that is an indicator and a sign that perhaps that space is not right for you, that these people are not your people at the moment. And with great love and respect to them, it's okay to step back and just take care and protect your energy in the space. And then I wanted to read to you, so I saw another quote here. I saw this on Instagram the other day and I shared it onto my stories, and so many people liked it, and I just wanted to read it out to you guys as well today, just so that you can take it on board. So it says, I am too tired to be around people who make me anxious. Now I just really want to be surrounded by people who are good for me, good to me, and nurturing to my soul. I want to be around people with whom I can feel safe and relax, people who accept me as I am while inspiring me to do better. I want to be around people who make me feel like my soul belongs here. I want to be surrounded by the energy that feels aligned, natural, and calm, not chaotic or forced. I just feel like that's so powerful, right? And I feel like a lot of us at the moment are just resonating with those words. Like, we really do want to protect and look after ourselves and be around people who just get us and understand. So I kind of wanted to leave you with that, and that's a quote from Soft Healing Growth. So you can follow her on Instagram. It's just at Soft Healing Growth. I'll try and share the quote again as well on my Insta stories. And that's kind of where I wanted to leave you. Like, I feel like I just wanted to. Mira said yes. You get it, right? You understand. Like, I'm glad that that resonated with you. And yeah, that's kind of where I wanted to finish today. I feel like there's so much we could talk about, but I think generally, if you can, just to remind you, just to move through your dark, move through your pain. You're strong enough to do it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. We're all in it together. We're all doing it. And it might not be something that you just do and then that's it. You're in this space of love all the time. You might have to go back into the dark. You might have to go back into those wounds again, and see them, and then again move through. And that's just the journey of life. But just know that love is possible. Love is so possible for you, for me, for all of us. And that's what I wanted to share today. So just sending you all lots and lots of love. And also just to let you know, I'm going to be at the Adorned Narratives pop-up later today. So I don't know if anyone's coming. It'd be great to see you. It's in East London in the Lab E20, and it's on till about 4 o'clock, I think. So, and also with this video, it will be on my profile page, so you can watch it, rewatch it, and it'll also be on YouTube. And please do share it with your friends and family. Like, I really want to create like a nice, loving space here. Uma said, thank you. Have a lovely day. You too, Uma, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Take care. Have a really good day. Bye.